So we chill at the park, right? And she tells me this one crazy thing, bro. Can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, sure, what's up? And she said, what's good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Cam, and I'm coming at y'all real quick with a video, man. Crazy story time. Trust me, this is insane, okay? Let me explain, okay? So, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If I could tell you one thing, stay away from dating apps. Just do it the old-fashioned way, okay? So I seen this chick, right? You know, we messaged back and forth, we set things up, everything was going pretty smooth. The first thing I noticed that was kind of off was I was calling her on my way there. I was FaceTiming her, letting her know that, like, hey, I'm on my way. Now keep in mind, this chick had blonde hair and she had, like, you know, like brown eyes, right? Okay. Pull up on her or whatever. Some random chick with like red hair and stuff. She's like, hey, it's me. Like, you were talking on the phone. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you just have blonde hair? She's like, oh yeah, silly. She's like, yeah, that was just all an act. I was just joking with you. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is a little weird. So I start backing up and she's like, no, listen, it's nothing crazy. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get up out of here. Fast forward time or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. Second thing I noticed too that was off. One thing that was off, I'm walking up to the door and I see her, she kind of walked back, but I overheard, like, before I even got up on the porch. This is the first thing I heard. Hell yeah, I'm finna rob his ass. I ran off. My street senses were tingling at the time, so I'm like, yeah, this is a fishy situation. My gut was telling me, yo, just pull off, whatever. Of course, me being stupid, me thinking with my other head, turns out it wasn't nothing crazy. After I gave her a hug, she shut the door fast. Like, she just like shut the door and locked it. So I'm like, it's time to dip. You know what I'm saying? It was 3 dudes in there and they all was like flirting with her. So I was like, oh nah, I'm not finna take this disrespect. She basically just put me in a category to like add texture to her, I don't know, like attention span, or Lord knows. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get going. So I stood up. She's like, oh no worries, no, like we're like, oh, we still can go. I'm like, nah, it's okay, it's all right, I gotta get going. And so she gets up and she goes out the door with me and she hops in my car. So I was like, yo, what was up with that? She's like, no, like my friend recently just threw a party and they still kind of like stayed around or whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So we chill at the park, right? And she tells me this one crazy thing, bro. Can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, sure, what's up? And she said, I have abandonment issues. Okay, like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, like, I don't like being alone. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like being alone. I'm trying to reason where I'm like, I don't think it's that bad. I wouldn't say you got abandonment issues. But listen, guys, somebody tell you they have an issue, believe that 100%, okay? Take that with 100% grain of salt. Just, all right, you sure right. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take it at face value. Cause man, I learned that lesson the hard way. Fast forward, she telling me all these crazy issues, how she got abandonment issues, attachment issues, and stuff like that.